You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, a house fire in Webb City leaves homeowners displaced.
But first, a boy who struggles to speak clearly sings without a single stutter.
And take a look at that sunrise this morning. An absolutely beautiful but chilly start to what will be an absolutely beautiful Monday. A look at your forecast coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Chris Warner. It's just after 7 a.m. on this Monday, April the 6th. Happy Monday to everybody. Hope you had a good weekend, had a good Easter, and of course had the severe threat Friday afternoon, evening, late evening in there, and then led to an absolutely amazing weekend. Got an amazing start to the week ahead of you, and an amazing story coming to us out of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, a boy's journey in overcoming stuttering is inspiring countless others on the internet.
Now, Lando may live with a stutter, but when he starts to sing, his voice flows perfectly. Nick Iadenithi reports.
Darling, stand by me.
It's really nice to see the community come together to support Landon. The world just keeps wanting to see him perform and see his improvements as he goes and his journey and where it takes him.
Stand by me.
I'm Michelle, Stutter-Free Lando's mom, and we're here today to tell you guys about his journey with stuttering and singing.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you?
So Landon has like a blocking. It's hard for him to get that first letter out when he talks. He's a very confident guy though and pushes through it and doesn't stop talking. It might just take him a little bit longer sometimes. So you can check him out on Instagram. Follow Stutter-Free Lando. He does have a TikTok too.
You just passed 50,000 followers on Instagram.
It has been amazing how people have been so helpful. Makes me feel how fluent I can be. I hope other people that stutter, that they push through it.
He's here, he has lots of words to say, it just doesn't flow out as much as other people. So just bringing that awareness to everybody, teaching people how to be patient and what stuttering is like.
Amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, such an inspiring story.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is it's almost like a musical in a way.
Yeah.
And just taking that journey and turning it into something else and inspiring others along the way.
Music is so powerful, and I love that he's able to make that a part of his life like
Absolutely. And, well, the weather is beautiful for today. It was beautiful this weekend. Once we got past those storms Friday night, like I said, it was just a very late night across here, and I know a lot of you are probably awake pretty late Friday night. Hopefully you got some sleep in and you're ready for this live look from our Westco camera here at the KOAM studios. It looks absolutely amazing. Sun's rising out there, and we got nothing but clear skies otherwise. Quick check at the KDOT camera, 69-400. Looking good this morning as well. And a quick trip over to the MoDOT camera at 32nd and Range Line in Joplin. Also looking good this morning as folks start to get their day underway. Let's take a look at the numbers. 43 in Joplin right now, 37 in Pittsburgh. So again, a smidge on the chilly side. But not bad, pretty close to where we should be. And take a look at the numbers across the region. We've got upper 30s and low 40s. Our cold spot looks to be, quick scan here, yes, is Monette at 35. And our warm spot is Joplin, tied up with Yates Center, both sitting at 43 this morning. Future track showing us high pressure system over northeastern Oklahoma dominating our weather, and it will begin to gradually lift to the east and northeast. And as it does so, we won't really notice too much from that change, but it does give us an absolutely amazing day today. Could have a cloud or two this afternoon, late evening. I think for the most part, we've got clear skies out there. We're going to go about 50 by 9, mid 60s by noon, upper 60s, low 70s for those highs. Winds today calm or light and variable. We'll have a slightly gusty wind tomorrow, a few more clouds, rain chances building in later this week. Details on all that in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe will sign 3 new bills into law tomorrow at the state capitol. Senate Bill 888 will address juveniles accused of crimes in detention procedures. House Bill 1908 will allow courts to grant divorces to pregnant women. And House Bill 2273 will let prosecutors get help from the Attorney General for online exploitation cases that cross multiple jurisdictions. Well, today is the last day for no excuse early voting for Missouri's April 7th election. This is the general municipal election date for Missouri. All Southwest Missouri counties have items on the ballot. They range from propositions to city council seats to mayoral elections. If you want to participate in no excuse absentee voting, check the hours with your local county clerk's office. Well, emergency services responded to reports of a house fire across from the First Baptist Church in Webb City over the weekend. Firefighters knocked down the flames quickly and learned no one was inside. They utilized a drone with thermal capabilities, showing firefighters where hotspots remained. Due to extensive damage, the homeowner is now displaced. A Missouri grandmother was shot and killed in St. Louis, Missouri. Police say the shooting happened after the woman's grandson backed into a nearby car. Jordan Burrell spoke to the grandson about his loss.
Her getting hit was like, it wasn't really, it shouldn't happen.
What started as a routine trip to the corner store and back ended in tragedy for Markel McCurry.
I really didn't have no father, so her and my mom really taught me how to try their best to teach me to be the best man I can be.
Markel says Shirley Johnson wasn't just his grandmother, she was his foundation.
My mom passed, so it was just me and her. So overall, she just meant everything to me, honestly. Like it's my best friend.
Markel says around 9 p.m. Tuesday, he was dropping his grandmother off in front of her home on Cote Brilliant. Her neighbor, Jamal Jones, told police he saw Markel back into his vehicle as he parked. That's when they heard a gunshot.
We heard a shot, pow! And I didn't realize she was shot.
Markel tells me what happened next was shocking.
I'm saying, like, show me where I hit. If you come down here and show me. So as me and him still had a conversation, I go look around. I'm still talking. I look around, now I see blood coming from her body. So I'm in shock. I'm in awe.
St. Louis City Police say Jones admitted to firing the shot, saying he would have rather shot Markel than his grandmother.
If it don't have to result in shooting anybody or killing anyone, we need to find ways to resolve situations.
In his grief, Markel admits to getting into a fight with Jamal Jones. He says he restrained him until officers arrived.
I appreciate it when they call me a hero for it, but like I said, I appreciate it. But I don't feel like I saved the day. You know, saving a superhero saved the day. I wasn't a big enough superhero for not just somebody random, for my grandmother.
Now his grandmother is gone, and he's left to process a pain that doesn't feel real.
She always texts me every time she cook. I'm cooking today, baby. Every time. Every time. So I know I'm never gonna get them text messages. It hasn't really set in. We don't always have to shoot first, then talk later, when it should be talk first, then talk again.
And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up next, Stephanie Mann is in the studio to tell us about the upcoming Spaghetti Red and Soup fundraiser. Welcome back. We have Stephanie Mann with the Joplin Association for the Blind and Low Vision in the studio with us this morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, you guys always do such incredible fundraisers, and you have a pretty exciting one coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
We do. It's our annual Spaghetti Red feed, and we do have soup though. So if somebody doesn't want the spaghetti red or just chili, you can have just chili as well. Mm-hmm. So.
And this fundraiser has become almost a tradition for you guys at this point, right?
It has. I've been involved with this for a long time. Yeah, so it is. We just have 2 annual fundraisers, this one in the spring and then we have one in the fall.
Amazing. So can you tell me a little bit about, what this fundraiser is helping raise money for and what you guys are hoping to do with it? Well,
basically, our Low Vision Center is our big program that we have, so we try to raise funds because there are so many people out there who really do not have insurance or Medicare to take care of a low vision evaluation, because we do low vision evaluations, and that helps to determine what strength of magnification an individual might be able to use, so it helps us just in case someone doesn't have that insurance and all as well. So
amazing. And so, can you tell us a little bit, about the center, how you guys help support these people and, kind of some of the things you offer?
We have luncheons on Tuesdays at the noontime hour for blind and visually impaired, and we have actually opened that up to some sighted people as well. But we have that lunch for them. We have vans who go out and pick them up if they're unable to get in there otherwise, and just give them a little camaraderie so that they don't feel so lonely and isolated from the world, because some of them don't, that's about all they get during the week. So
So I know this is one of 2 fundraisers that you guys hold throughout the year. So how important is, are these fundraisers for you guys and to help raise money for your guys' mission?
Yeah, they are very, very, very important because with these, like I said, it will help us with the low vision. It'll also help us with that transportation. And, we have to keep those vehicles up because that's precious cargo that you're hauling. So it's, it's very important to us to do these fundraisers.
Well, so can you tell us when and where the Spaghetti Red fundraiser is going to be this year?
It's going to be this coming Thursday, April the 9th, and we will serve from 11 to 7. There is a little break in between there, but if they come, we'll still serve. And it's at 311 South Schifferdecker Avenue, which is our facility's location.
Amazing. So you could get lunch or dinner.
Lunch or dinner. Carry out is available. If some of the offices order, big, and it's a big enough order, we will try to deliver that as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And if people are hoping to learn more about the fundraiser or about your guys' organization, is there a certain place they should go and look?
Well, we have a website. Trying to work on that just a little bit from time to time, and then we are on Facebook as well. Or they can just call us at 417-623-5721, and we'll be happy to help them.
Amazing. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great fundraiser this Thursday, 11 to 7.
This Thursday, 11 to 7.
Well, thank you so much, Stephanie. We're going to get that information as well listed on our website, kymnewsnow.com.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It's coming up on 7:18 now on this Monday morning. And again, after a pretty decent weekend, excluding Friday afternoon and evening, we've got an absolutely wonderful start to the day. Today, got high pressure in control, and it's right over northeastern Oklahoma. It'll gradually begin to lift to the east-northeast and exit the area as we head through the afternoon and evening hours. And that'll leave our winds light and variable, or in many cases, those winds will be calm across the area. We should have clear skies today and tonight. Could get a cloud or two, but as we get into tomorrow morning, that's when we're going to start to go partly cloudy. Rain chances tomorrow well off to our north and east. We're going to be doing just fine. A little breezy though, those southerly winds occasionally gusting upwards of 20. We'll be partly cloudy Tuesday night into Wednesday. Wednesday will actually even have a couple of periods in which the skies may clear across the area, but otherwise a mix of those clear to partly cloudy skies, and winds on Wednesday could be a little gustier as well, maybe in that 30 to 35 mile an hour range. So do be prepared for that. Temperatures, though, going to remain mild for the rest of this week and even into the weekend, but we are watching some shower and thunderstorm chances into the weekend as well. As for today, though, low 40s to get the day underway and low 60s by 11 o'clock this morning. Into the afternoon, we'll have upper 60s, low 70s, and again, those calm or light and variable winds. It's just an absolutely amazing day for us as we head into the overnight. Again, clear skies in the evening, perhaps a cloud or two, back into the mid-50s by 10 o'clock tonight. And overnight, maybe a cloud or two, otherwise clear skies, I think. Mid-40s, south southeast winds at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. So let's head down the road, and here we go on the extended forecast. It'll be about 70 tomorrow. We'll go into the low and even mid 70s as we head into the weekend. A few late showers on Wednesday, a few scattered showers possible on Thursday. So right now, not a rain everywhere all at once situation, but some showers will be possible. Now continue into Friday morning. But this weekend, this is something that showed up, like I said earlier, I want to say it showed up as early as like last Wednesday, maybe even last Tuesday. We started seeing in the long range data for this upcoming weekend now, the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms. That still seems to be the case. We didn't go over it too much last week because we had Friday's severe threat to get through first, but we are watching this closely. Now, we're still pretty far away. We do not have any risk areas highlighted. For risk areas to be highlighted this far out, we'd have to have very good agreement, or the Storm Prediction Center rather, would have to have very good agreement from the computers this far out saying, yes, this is going to happen, and we're not at that point yet. But I would imagine we'll start to see severe risk areas coming up maybe Wednesday or Thursday for this upcoming weekend. So you still need to remain weather aware. You need to be paying close attention this weekend because, like I said, for the last several days now, another severe threat has been showing up as we head into this weekend. Once we get beyond that, a few isolated storms next Monday and Wednesday, and temperatures begin climbing into the low 80s. That is a check of your forecast. We're back with Health Watch right after this.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:30. I'm Samantha Walker. A celebration took place in Galena over the weekend to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the Disney Pixar film Cars and the 100th anniversary of Route 66. The celebration included a classic car show, music, and an opportunity to meet several voice actors from the Cars franchise. One voice actor in attendance was Michael Wallace, who played the role as sheriff in the Cars films. He says the celebration highlights the impact that the film had on bringing Route 66 and its history to the forefront.
But it turned on people, especially the youth, all over the world. And they've come to learn about preservation and about America before it became generic.
Wallace sat at a booth giving out signatures, badges, and even certifying kids and adults to be part of the sheriff's posse. Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Again, we've got an absolutely beautiful day ahead of us, albeit a chilly start out there with some upper 30s, low 40s. Great view from our camera downtown Pittsburgh. The sun actually hiding right behind the Best Hotel right now, but obviously clear skies and sunshine coming through. Same from the KDOT camera, 69400 just south of Pittsburgh. And we'll take a quick jog over to the MoDOT camera, 32nd and Range Line in Joplin. Starting to get a little busier. A few more folks getting their day underway. Let's take a look at the numbers right now. We're sitting at 43 in Joplin and 37 in Pittsburgh. As we see around the area, again, nice shade of blue. It's, as I said, unfortunately, the blues indicate colder air, and that's what we have. We do have some cool spots out there. It looks like Monette and Cassville are both our colder spots, each at 36 apiece, and our warm spot is now Yates Center, sitting at 45 this morning. Future track, we got a high pressure right over northeast Oklahoma by noon, and it will continue to lift off to the east-northeast, and that's what's bringing us this absolutely gorgeous weather out there. Could have a cloud or two today, but I think for the most part we have got clear skies across the region, and we'll continue with that into the overnight. About 50 by 9, mid-60s by noon, and our highs today, upper 60s, low 70s. Winds will be calm or light and variable, so a great day. Winds do pick up a smidge tomorrow. Start seeing a few more clouds. Got some rain chances out there and thunderstorm chances into the weekend. Details on all that in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Thanks, Chris. CBS Saturday Morning aired its long-anticipated feature on the Frontenac Public Library as part of the USA to Z series. The segment featured community members from Frontenac who didn't even have a library until the city received a mysterious $4.6 million donation in 2019 before opening up in November 2025.
The community reception as far as the library goes has been incredible. People are always in here for programming and checking out books and stuff, and we love to see the community engaged in what we have going on. And then the turnout today was wonderful. You know, being this early on a Saturday morning, I really didn't know how many people to expect, but we had a great turnout and people enjoyed seeing us.
The library currently has more than 17,000 items, as well as activities for several different age groups. Well, a woman who turned 100 years old last July has been prepping Easter dinner over the past week, showing how staying active can help keep you thriving at any age. KOAM's Mitch Adams takes us inside her home for more.
In a small kitchen in Erie, Lucille Swan is already several steps ahead when it comes to Easter. Lucille just turned 100 in July, and she doesn't show plans of slowing down. She's made many different dishes for Easter dinner days before family even arrives.
I can do most anything, but I have to take it slow. So I've been preparing. I've made homemade noodles. I have made barbecue meatballs, brownies, Rice Krispie bars, and now then I'm just ready to make deviled eggs. So I try to get all of this done before everybody gets here.
Her routine is simple. Keep moving, keep cooking, keep connecting. Lucille says that staying active helps her feel better, physically and mentally.
I do not want to be one to sit in my chair all day long. If I do that, I think that's the end. So I have tried to keep busy, but I think it's very important to keep active. I can't do much, but I think it's very important to keep going.
Lucille Swan's Easter prep is more than a meal. It's a reminder that staying engaged can make all the difference, no matter your age.
I just live day to day, to the best of my ability, and I have no secret as to long life. I would not have ever dreamed that I would live to be this long, but as long as I am able to go, but I think you have to keep active.
Reporting in Erie, Kansas, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
Lucille continues to be an active member of the Erie community, driving her own car, visiting the local library, and spending time with friends. That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. A surprising combo at Costco sells out in a flash: hot dog bourbon. In Consumer Watch, a saute pan sold in various popular retailers is being recalled over burn risks. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says about 740,000 Granite Stone Diamond Pro blue saute pans are being recalled by importer and distributor Imichan & Sons. The CPSC says the pans have a metal cap at the end of the handle, which can detach and forcibly eject from the end when the pans become heated. At least 98 incidents of this have been reported, with one report of a consumer receiving bruising and burn injuries. The units are sold in two-piece sets with one 10-inch and 11.5-inch pan. They were sold through Costco, Walmart, and Amazon from August 2021 through February 2026 for about $40. Consumers should stop these pans using immediately and contacting Michan & Sons for a full refund upon return. Well, data from a new gas survey shows diesel fuel prices in San Francisco hit a new benchmark price. According to gas price tracker GasBuddy, gas prices for diesel fuel have surpassed $8 a gallon, marking an unprecedented price for any city. The steep climb in diesel comes amid volatility in prices as the Iran war pushes costs for fuel and oil. The rise in price may also be attributed to California's stricter regulations, higher taxes, and limited supply. Higher diesel costs could ripple beyond the San Francisco area, raising prices in transportation, shipping, and goods and services nationwide. According to the American Automobile Association, as of April 5th, the national average for regular gas was at $4.11 per gallon, up 86 cents from March. Well, The Power of the Mustache guides a film to the most successful opening so far this year. The Super Mario Galaxy movie took out all the competition during its debut, scarfing up $130.5 million this weekend domestically. Studio estimates show the movie also raked in $190.1 million in its first 5 days in North American theaters and pulled in $372.5 million globally. The film's earnings make it the biggest opening of the year for a Hollywood-produced movie. Meanwhile, coming in second at the domestic box office with $30.7 million was Project Hail Mary, and placing third was The Drama with $14.4 million. And those are our top consumer stories. Let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, coming up on 7:43 on this Monday morning. And we're going to start with the future track. And by noon, we've got a high pressure centered over northeastern Oklahoma, and we'll gradually lift off to the east-northeast. And it's going to give us absolutely beautiful weather as we head through the day today. Could have a cloud or two as we go into the late evening and overnight, but I think for the most part at this point, we're looking at clear skies across the area. It'll be tomorrow that we'll start to see a few more clouds and start going partly cloudy throughout the afternoon, or through the morning into the afternoon, rather. And winds will begin to pick up a bit as well out of the south at about 10 to 15 with occasional gusts upwards of 20. So not super breezy, but still a bit on the breezy side. Temperatures hanging out at about 70 as we deal with those partly cloudy skies. That'll continue to be the case Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Wednesday's a little more interesting. We have periods of partly cloudy skies, and then we actually end up clearing out a bit Wednesday evening, and then late Wednesday into early Thursday, clouds will begin to return again, and we've got some shower chances out there as well. Nothing to worry about at this point with those showers, but some rain chances on the way once again. As for today, no rain chances. We'll be in the low 40s to start the day, low 60s by 11 o'clock this morning, and as we head into the afternoon, clear skies out there, temperatures gradually climbing into the upper 60s and low 70s, and winds will be calm or light and variable across the region. As I mentioned, into the evening could get a cloud or two, otherwise clear, and back into the mid 50s by 10 o'clock, mid 40s overnight, and then we'll have slight southeast winds at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then we look down the road, and as I mentioned, we got some rain chances out there. We have some storm chances out there as well. Now tomorrow, partly cloudy, mild, about 70. We got to start going into low to mid 70s heading into this upcoming weekend. Late evening showers Wednesday, a few scattered showers on Thursday. It's not rain everywhere all at once at this point, but showers will be possible, and that risk will continue with us into early Friday, and then we begin to clear out. What we're watching is this weekend. Now, this started showing up again on long-range data last Tuesday or Wednesday. We mentioned it, I mentioned it a couple of times last week, but we had our severe threat last Friday, and it was kind of the greater concern because that was right there. But we are watching this weekend. Now, at this point, we do not have any risk areas highlighted this far out, but I mean, it's still pretty far out. The outlook only goes days 1 through 8. And so it would cut off at this weekend. So for something to be highlighted this far out, there'd have to be really good agreement. And there's just not yet. But there are still pretty decent signs of the chances for some strong, again, possibly severe thunderstorms this weekend. I would imagine as we get closer, I'd say maybe Wednesday or Thursday, if there's going to be any severe risk areas highlighted, that'll probably be one of those 2 days that it comes out for the weekend. I would emphasize it would be an update one of these 2 days that would give us those risk areas heading into the weekend. So you need to stay weather aware. We are getting into severe weather season. Now, thankfully, some of our severe weather events this year, while they've been loud, they've been mild comparatively, especially to some of our neighbors, again, down in Oklahoma for sure, where they've been getting hammered by severe weather. We'd like it to remain that way this upcoming weekend, keep it mild, but we'll watch that chance as we get in there. A few isolated storms next Monday and Wednesday, and by next week, temperatures also beginning to climb again into the low 80s. Let's check your forecast. We're back with more right after this.
Well, new footage shows the moments 2 bald eagle eggs hatch in Big Bear, California on Easter Sunday. The new arrivals are the offspring of eagles Jackie and Shadow.
A nonprofit group, Friends of Big Bear Valley, said the hatching process took about 36 hours. Video of Jackie and Shadow becoming parents once again was captured through a live camera that was trained on the nest.
The 2 eagles have created 14 eggs together over the past 7 years, but only a small number of them have hatched and survived. Well, certainly kind of like a nice way, when we think of spring, we kind of think of, chicks and Easter eggs.
Yeah.
So those are the Easter eggs.
A special type of Easter egg. It's unfortunate, it's only 2 a year over the last,
That's why, eagles were endangered for so long.
Yeah, so thankfully these ones looking to do okay. Well, a limited edition bourbon quickly flew off the shelves at Costco this past week. I Got That Dog in Me bourbon is inspired by Costco's $1.50 hot dog and soda deal, with the label showing the iconic combo deal.
The name comes from an internet meme which is slang for highly competitive individuals and athletes, which I also think just really describes Chris. According to Reddit threads, according to Reddit threads, the bourbon flew off the shelves before consumers were even aware of its existence.
It was one single barrel only and sold out in hours, according to Pete Nevingloski, co-founder of Rare Character Whiskey. He told that to USA Today. And the Lexington, Kentucky company bottled the I Got That Dog in Me single barrel Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, which clocked in at 126 proof for about 63% alcohol.
The bourbon was originally listed for about $86 in stores and was not available for sale online.
You can tell where priorities are going. If it flew off the shelf at $86 a bottle there, okay.
But I do feel like I need you just to continue to say, I've got that dog in me.
I
for
will
the
not
rest
ever
of
say that phrase again,
so good.
hopefully.
Oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. A metal artist in Las Vegas has crafted a massive sculpture that will soon take a journey across the country. Kevin Stone has spent 19 months creating the world's largest steel dragon, known as Goldspar. I feel like if stone should make it out of stone, but metal's cool as well.
It is, and you get to be a little more colorful there. It was 70-foot long, 17,000-pound sculpture is headed to a medieval-themed Delshire resort in Wisconsin. The dragon was named by the future owner's granddaughter.
The handcrafted dragon is made up of thousands of steel components and even breathes fire. Stone's other creations include a tree of life sculpture and a 40-foot eagle.
He moved his company from Canada to Las Vegas 2 years ago to be closer to his customers.
Oh, wow. We just watched a breathe fire.
It'll be an interesting hotel experience, I suppose. You walk outside and this thing is breathing fire on you. Just don't park too close to it.
And clearly, like, massive. Like they said, 17,000 pounds.
That is
That's
wild.
just huge. Like, how do they even move that?
On a trailer?
That's so heavy, though.
No, I don't know how.
big.
Maybe it comes apart. It has to be like reassembled. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is something that I can relate to. This is before your time. But back in the day, you know, the Weather Channel, local on the 8th, well, they're reminding viewers of a simpler time, the ones that we recall here, with a retrocast version of their website. And so what you can do is you go weather.com/retro, and that's what you get. That's the local forecast that we saw when we were growing up. On
that is very retro.
Yeah, thanks. Every 8 minutes, the local, local on the 8th, so not every 8 minutes, or, you know, but local on the 8th, that's what it looked like.
Keep in mind, vintage is anything 20 years ago. So 2006 is vintage now.
Don't speak again.
You don't like that fact?
I do not.
So 2006 is vintage. So the page opens with a 4:3 format, reminiscent of a tube TV. There's also the same jazzy music and voiceover. We don't get jazzy music. There was jazzy music.
Yeah, and they had a Christmas playlist that was all these good jazzy classical hits, and
I feel like
the
I'm
music
missing
was
out.
quite enjoyable back then. I mean, that's where I practiced doing the weather, was standing in front of the local on the 8th on our TV, which, you know, weighed more than this entire couch does, weighs more than most things these days. But the only information that's updated is the actual weather forecast, which shows users the current weather in their area. Users can also choose retro mode in their mobile app as well, which changes the font to the old school version and plays the same music here on the retro site. Those icons, though, not quite authentic to what they were back then. The old thunderstorm icon, the one that used to scare me the most for some reason, was not thunderstorms during the day. It just looked spooky. Okay, as a kid, it was just the way it was done. It was the one that would be like mostly cloudy, so you'd have a little sunshine, you'd have this kind of scary looking, you know, thunderhead, anvil cloud, and the lightning
Just
bolt
ominous.
that came out. Yeah, there's something ominous about their thunderstorm icon that just gave me the heebie. I was scared of storms as a kid, so that icon for some reason spooked me. Thankfully, those icons not as spooky as they used to be. We've got a not-so-retro look at your forecast and wake-up recap right after this.
This is your Wake Up Recap, your top stories for April 6th, your top stories to start your day. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe will sign 3 new bills into law tomorrow at the state capitol. Senate Bill 888 will address juveniles accused of crimes and detention procedures. House Bill 1908 will allow courts to grant divorces to pregnant women, and House Bill 2273 will let prosecutors get help from the Attorney General for online exploitation cases that cross multiple jurisdictions. Emergency services responded to reports of a house fire across from the First Baptist Church in Webb City over the weekend. Firefighters knocked down the flames quickly and no one was inside. They utilized a drone with thermal capabilities showing firefighters where hotspots remained. Due to extensive damage, the homeowner is now displaced. That's the check of today's Wake Up Recap.
And your forecast for today, a beautiful day ahead of us. Upper 60s, low 70s, clear skies with high pressure in control. Winds will be calm or light and variable out there. Could have a couple of clouds this evening and overnight, but I think otherwise we're looking at fairly clear skies down to the mid 50s by 10. Southeast winds tonight 5 to 10 with overnight lows dropping back into the mid 40s. And as we head tomorrow, partly cloudy, a little breezy, south winds gusting to 20. We'll go low to mid 70s heading into the weekend. Shower chances Wednesday into Friday, and then watching that potential again for maybe another round of strong to severe thunderstorms this weekend. So make sure you're staying weather aware. Few storm chances next week. Temperatures warming back into the low 80s.
Well, thanks, Chris. Firefighters in Southern California help a deer stuck in a rut. Members of the Orange County Fire Authority came to the rescue of a small deer that got itself caught in between the metal bars of a fence at Borrego Park in Lake Forest, California.
Now, officials say the deer was tightly lodged between its hips and ribs. The fire rescue workers used a saw to cut through one of the metal bars with a small hacksaw, then gently pulled the deer backwards through the fence.
The deer rested on the ground, but after a few minutes scampered off into the surrounding area.
I probably need a break after being stuck like that too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us this morning. We're back with more news and weather at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.